Calling hepatitis C a silent epidemic, it is estimated hundreds of thousands of people have it, and many of them are baby boomers, and they don't even know it. We have Janet Morales here, who is a nurse clinician at St. Luke's liver specialist. And Janet, thanks so much for coming. It's nice for you to be here to talk about this. What is hepatitis C? How do we know? What are some symptoms and signs?
Hepatitis C is a virus that you can get, and it attacks the liver. It can cause severe damage to your liver over time, including cirrhosis, cancer. You may even have to have a transplant if it's not caught early enough.
What are the symptoms and signs? How do we know we might have it? What are some things that may be telltale?
Hepatitis C is a very silent disease. It's hard to know you have it unless it's advanced and you have disease. You might go to the doctor and do a lab. Your liver enzymes might be elevated. Or you could have life insurance screening. They find it that way, or you try to donate blood. So there really are not outward symptoms that you would see or be aware of.
Now, this can be an expensive, costly disease. Tell us what people have to go through once they're diagnosed and what their lives are like beyond that moment.
Once they're diagnosed, if it's advanced liver disease, they can be spending a lot of time in the hospital, which can be very costly. If it's treated, though, they can avoid all this. So the biggest thing at St. Luke's, we want to get the word out. People should get treated.
So early diagnosis is the key.
Absolutely.
That is the truth in so many diseases and disorders that we have. So how do we get diagnosed? What's the test?
The test is a simple test. It's a finger stick. You can get it. It takes 20 minutes to get your results. We actually have one starting today from 12 to noon at St. Luke's East. So it's a very easy test. Baby boomers should get tested. Anyone that's been exposed to blood products should get tested. So it really is something you can just easily find out if you have it.
Do we know what causes it?
Hepatitis C is a virus that's just transmitted from blood to blood from an infected person to you.
Okay, so you have to get it from another person who has it. And it has to be a blood or body fluid? Or
it's a blood-to-blood transfer.
Blood-to-blood transfer, so that's only so many people that might be experiencing that. Maybe drug users, who are the...
Prior to 1992, the blood products were not screened very well, and prior to the 1980s, they weren't aware that Hep C existed. So if you had exposure to the blood product at that point, you could have been in a car accident and got a blood transfusion. You could get it that way. You could have been a premature baby who got a body transfusion. You could have got it as a baby and not even realized that you had it. So, you could be a diabetic. Maybe you shared needles with someone else testing your blood sugars. So anytime you shared a needle, shared a blood product, snorting cocaine, people don't think they can get it that way. They think, oh, I never used IV drugs, I couldn't get it. But you could get it from any blood-to-blood transfer. So anytime your blood could come in contact with someone else.
So what is the treatment? You said it's treatable. If we find it early, or is this something we're going to live with a long time? We have to be treated our whole lives? Or?
No, it's very curable these days. New treatments have been coming out since 2010, and so they're usually a few pills a day, minimal side effects, and then 12 to 24 weeks is a pretty standard treatment for a person. Once you're 3 months after treatment and you have a negative test, you're considered cured if that test is negative. So you can get it treated, put it behind you, and not worry about continued advanced liver disease. All
right, let's tell everyone when and where then. Today, we're actually having free testing for hepatitis C.
Free testing, St. Luke's East. There's free testing today. You can go there noon to 4 and get tested. Every Friday throughout the month of July, we are continuing testing at all the St. Luke's Metro locations. And then you can also call for an appointment to St. Luke's and get a testing through about mid-August if you're not able to make one of the screenings.
Janet Morales, thanks so much for coming and sharing about hepatitis C.
Thank you so much for having me, and everyone get tested.